Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Neeru Tandon from Department of English, VSSD College, Kanpur. We are discussing the paper English Language Teaching. This module, named as Teaching Language Through Literature, is a very interesting one. That we know that in all the universities, whenever we say we are a student of English or we are teachers of English, so there are two segments. One is language and the other is literature. Literature it has its own importance, and when we just learn language through particular literature, then what are the implications of it that we will learn in this module. An umbrella term giving information on every business. You can say that literature for medicine, science, agriculture, that is all literature. Literature is the use of language effectively in suitable conditions as said by Baird. So what is this literature that we are going to use for learning the language? Is it the same that literature written for medicine, literature written for science or agriculture? No. Great literature is simply language charged with meaning to the utmost possible degree. It is said by Ezra Pound in the book How to Read. It is taken in that way that it helps the student unravel many meanings in a text with the guidance of the instructor. It helps the student explore multiple levels of meaning in a literary text. Now, why literature is so important? Why do we take help of literature for teaching language? Just one important fact, that literature not only teaches but it delights as well. It gives you pleasure. It is not boring. Teachings of language through literature not only helps students to value diverse cultures apart from their own culture, but also keep them engaged in the task in a refreshing way. John McCrae makes an earnest attempt to differentiate between classical literature and pulp fiction by using capital L for classical literature and small l for general or the pulp or the, you can say, local color which contains, that is the pulp fiction, popular fiction rather, that should be denoted by small l. The rise of ALT led to the measured downgrading of literature as attention transferred to functional use of language. Rather, you cannot say that it is downgrading. The right word, it will be that disregard. The revitalization of literature is inevitable as students find it hard to decipher the nuances of language in the ELT classroom. Language teaching is incomplete without the literature in which that particular language has been used the way we want to teach the students. So various things like develop thinking and language through interactive learning. It develops communicative competence and critical literacy. It draws on literature in order to develop students' understanding of their literary heritage. Draws on informational text and multimedia in order to build academic vocabulary and strong content knowledge. It also develops students' oral language and literacy through appropriately challenging learning. When we read a literary text, then we know that it can be used in language teaching because the language used in that particular text by a writer, a committed writer, is suitable for the context of the events. Containing real examples of grammatical structure and vocabulary, the literary text raises learners' awareness of the range of the target language and advance their competence in all language skills. It was said by Povey. In recent years, the role of literature as a basic component and source of authentic text of the language curriculum rather than an ultimate aim of English instruction has been gaining momentum. Among language educators, there has been a hot debate. How, when, where and why literature should be incorporated in ESL, EFL curriculum. Vigorous discussion of how literature and ESL, EFL instruction can work together and interact for the benefit of interesting ideas, learning and improved instruction for all. Many teachers consider the use of literature in language teaching as an interesting and worthy concern. When you see the question paper, that language through literature, that is one paper incorporated in many courses. Teaching language, it's just literature, it takes care of the vocabulary, it takes care of the culture, it takes care of the entertainment, and it also takes care how inclusive it is, related with those grammatical aspects that we want to teach. What are the various advantages of teaching literature? Teaching literature for teaching language. Literature can be very enjoyable to read. It's not boring. It provides examples of different styles of writing. It mirrors various authentic uses of the language. It is a good basis for vocabulary expansion. It fosters reading skills. It can supply an excellent jump-off point for discussion or writing. It involves emotions as well as intellect, which adds to motivation and may contribute to personal development. It is part of the target language culture and has value as part of a student's general education. I will like to quote Berardo and Volak, who highlighted the importance of authenticity to make language learning a beautiful experience. According to them, students find it really fulfilling to read authentic text instead of the artificial language used in certain sources. Certain factors should be taken into consideration while selecting authentic material in the ELT classroom. They are as follows: like, they should have a positive impact on a student. They should expose a student to real language, that is the language we use in day-to-day conversation, and they should cater to the different needs of the students concerned. Like, what is the background, whether we are dealing with the class 4 or 5 student or we are dealing with the students of the higher education. The choice of the text, choice of the literature should be according to the capability of the learners. Once the students, they get good command over the language, then it will be easier for them to clear campus interviews, group discussions, etc. There is no doubt that literature will help the learners to get good command over the language. In other words, language is something that has to be caught and not taught. Mind it, it has to be caught. And how one can just do this? By reading more and more good pieces of literature. If literature is made part of the curriculum in technical education, language learning will become a really enriching experience for many. Now in this diagram you can see that functions of literature at one side, knowledge of genres at the other side, and they are just there in the literary competence. From literary competence comes narrative competence, and communicative competence is the result of reading, writing, and then literary competence. Then there is intercultural competence, and finally your writing style becomes effective and you become socially active. Now another thing that shows the percentage, that how the grammar text, course text, films, music, audio, CV progress, video programs, web programs, cassettes, newspaper, magazine, fiction, non-fiction, all these carry different kind of literature. Now how they affect? Just it is clear that some give no response, some does not apply, some are not important, some are somewhat important, some are important, and some are very important. So we all know that literature has got many genres. Specifically, they have been divided into prose, poetry, drama, and fiction. And the fifth part is used as culture studies. So literature in ELT, which part of literature should be used for teaching ELT, and how that is more important to take care. Literary texts can be studied in their original forms or in simplified or abridged version. Suppose we take Shakespeare. Shakespeare has written thou, thy, thine. Are we supposed to take it as it is, or we are supposed to take the abridged form, translated or transformed into the simple common language? Suppose we take Chaucer's poetry. Chaucer in the 14th century has written beautiful poetry, but at that time the language was different. The meaning, the spellings of words were different. If I say yours, then today we say yours. There it was different. It was thine for yours. THINE. So there is a difference which type of literature we want to choose for our students. That is up to the teacher concerned. Only he can decide after going through the capability of the students. The use of literature as a technique for teaching both basic language skills, that is LSRW, and the language areas like vocab, grammar and pronunciation is very popular within the field of foreign language learning and the second language learning these days. Moreover, in translation courses, many language teachers make their students translate literary texts like drama, poetry and short stories into the mother tongue. Since translation gives the students the chance to practice the lexical, syntactic, semantic, pragmatic and stylistic knowledge they have acquired in other courses, translation both as an application area covering 4 basic skills and as the 5th skill is emphasized in language teaching. Now let me quote Mealy, who lists some of the reasons for regarding literature as a potent resource in the language classroom. They are universality. Like whatever Bacon, Shakespeare they wrote ages back is still relevant. Non-triviality. They are the writers of repute. Whatever they have written, it stands a value. So they are not trivial that you can just ignore. Personal relevance, variety, interest, economy and suggestive power, and ambiguity. Suppose, for example, we take poetry as a means to teach a language in a classroom. Poetry is characterized as deviating from the norms of language, but it is communicated with the reader in a fresh and the original way. It exploits the unusual use of language as a basis for expanding the students' language awareness. Poetic use of language will reinforce the students' knowledge of the norms of language use. Poetry is rich in words, so students can be trained to guess and check their meanings by using a dictionary. We can identify certain lexical or grammatical features of a poem. Now, literary text can present a number of difficulties. So, certain features are there to be taken care of while choosing a literary text. That is text selection, linguistic difficulty, length, cultural difficulty, and cultural appropriacy. Literary text can become useful that by maximizing pre-reading, minimizing the extent to which the teacher disturbs the students' reading, drawing attention to stylistic peculiarity, and helping a student to appreciate the ways that writers use language to achieve particular effects. It also may provide framework for creative response and invite learners to step into the shoes of the writer or invite them to modify, extend or add to any text. So literature can be a model as well as subject matter for learning language. How? Because it is a model. When we present it, then students learn how to write. Yeah, this is the model, this is the way we should also form sentences, this is the way we should also come across the writing style. And then it is the subject matter that they go through it and just learn and hone their writing skills. There are 3 kinds of writings based on literature as a model: controlled writing and guided writing. Like controlled writing, controlled model based exercise which are used mostly in beginning level writing typically require rewriting passages in arbitrary ways to practice specific grammatical structures. For instance, students can be reporters doing a live newscast, or they can rewrite a third-person passage into first person from a character's point of view. There is guided writing. This activity corresponds to intermediate level ESL/EFL students respond to a series of questions or complete sentences which, when put together, retell or sum up the model. In some cases, students complete the exercise after they receive the first few sentences on the topic, sentence of a summary, paraphrase, or description. Guided writing exercises, especially at the literal level, enable students to comprehend the work. Model approach and scenario approach are very beneficial in this particular respect of the guided writing. The third thing is the reproduction of the model. This activity comprises techniques like paraphrasing, summary, adaptation. These techniques are very beneficial for ESL/EFL writing exercises. In paraphrasing, students are required to use their own words to rephrase the things that they see in print or hear aloud. Since paraphrase just gives you a feel that which coincides with the students trying to make sense of the poem, it is a striking useful tool for learning poetry. Summary work goes well with realistic short stories and plays, where events normally follow a chronological order and have concrete elements like plot, setting, unity of time, place, and action, and guide student writing. Adaptation requires rewriting prose fiction into dialogue, or reversely rewriting a play or a scene into narrative. This activity enables students to be aware of the variations between written and spoken English. When we use literature as a subject matter for writing, then we can find that this is the appropriate material for their writing classes, because something difficult for composition, teachers, since writing has no subject matter of their own, so they are supposed to give something or the other. This is that literature as a model can tell, they can tell this writer has written this thing, presented this matter in such a way, you can just have the guidance from this thing. So benefit of having literature as the reading content of a composition course is that the reading become the subject matter itself for composition. Now there is writing on or about literature writing. Writing on the literature, writing about the literature. On or about literature comprises the traditional assignments. Written responses to questions, like a text is there, you are given certain questions, write the answers, the responses. Or a topic is given, write a paragraph. In-class essays and take-home compositions in which students analyze the work on in which they speculate on literary devices and style. The teacher generally discusses its theme or an issue it raises, and the students write about it with reference to their own life experience. This helps interest them in the work and makes them ready for reading and writing about it. Most writing assignments done during as well as after the reading, however, derive from class discussion. When we say writing out of literature writing, that means it is making use of a literary work as a springboard for composition. Creative assignments developed around plot, characters, setting, theme, figurative language, adding to the work, changing the work, drama-inspired writing, and a letter addressed to another character, etc. are the examples of out-of-literature writing. Now, literature promotes speaking and listening. The study of literature in a language class, though being mainly associated with reading and writing, can play an equally meaningful role in teaching both speaking and listening also, in the way it just tries to hone all the four language skills: oral reading, dramatization, improvisation, role-playing, pantomiming, reenactment, discussion and group activities may center on the work of literature. Oral reading language teachers can make listening comprehension and pronunciation interesting, motivating, and contextualized at the upper levels, playing a recording or video of a literary work or reading literature aloud themselves. Having a student read literature aloud contributes to develop their speaking ability as well as the listening ability of rest of the class. It also leads to improved pronunciation. Pronunciation may be the focus before, during, and after the reading. Drama, needless to say, literature-based dramatic activities are valuable for ESL and EFL classes. When teaching English through literature, Stern said that some of the group activities used in language classroom are general class discussion, a small group work, panel discussion, and debates. All of these group activities both develop the speaking abilities of the students and give importance to pronunciation practice. Teachers indicate pronunciation errors of the students during the act of such activities so as to correct such errors. We may just count the benefits of using various kinds of literature for teaching language. For example, when we take poetry to language teaching, then we can find that it provides readers with a different viewpoint towards language use by going beyond the known usage, beyond going the known rules of grammar, syntax, and vocabulary, and it evokes feelings and thoughts in heart and in mind, and the learner enjoys it. Through poetry, students can also study the semiotic elements in the target language. Semiotic element constitutes a cultural training as well. Benefits of using short stories to language class again facilitates teaching a foreign culture. Like I teach a different culture because I'm teaching a different language. It helps students to go beyond the surface meaning and dive into underlying meaning, because these piece of fiction may tell the surface meaning as well as the deep meaning. Short fiction, that is another word for short stories, like all other type of literature, makes contribution to the development of cognitive analytic abilities by bringing the whole self to bear on a compressed account of a situation in a single place and moment. Then when we use drama in the classroom, it is really beneficial because teaching of drama promotes language development. It heightens effective listening skills. It strengthens comprehension and learning retention by involving the senses as an integral part of the learning process. Drama is known for increasing creativity, originality, sensitivity, fluency, flexibility, emotional stability, cooperation and examination of moral attitude, while developing communication skills and appreciation of literature at the same time. When we use fiction or the novel, it offers real life and real life situations and settings. It paves the way for teaching the target language, target culture, and enables students to go beyond what is written. It presents a unique way of teaching reading by getting students involved and excited about the reading process, and motivates students to become a lifelong reader. Now, there are certain problems as well. Literature plays an important role in the English program, no doubt. But however, language teachers encounter many problems within the area of teaching English through literature. First, there are very few pedagogically designed appropriate material that can be used by language teachers in the language classroom without much effort. Second, there is a lack of preparation in the area of literature teaching in TESL, TEFL programs. Third, there is the absence of clear-cut objective defining the role of literature in ESL, EFL classes. Many instructors try to include literature in their classroom but lack the background and training in that particular field. Before we sum up that how literature is being used in the language classroom, it is very important to mention one more point, that when I say literature, literature is not just the books written. Literature is being presented through technology also. We can use movies, the good literature which has been transformed in the form of movie. You can present them also in the language classroom, and then the students may be told to watch that movie, watch that piece of literature, and then come up with their answers, then come up with their queries and learn the language. With this particular portion, you can teach them pronunciation as well at the same time. With this, you can teach them the character analysis at the same time. So teaching literature in a modern way with the use of technology can just remove various problems as well. So the use of literary texts from language teaching point of view will be useful, because these texts show how language work in context. Literary texts will help to realize the individual and societal development. We always say that teaching language should not be word teaching. It should be, the word should be in context, and literature in this particular respect is the best example how in a contextual atmosphere you can teach various words. Thank you for visiting EPG Pathshala.